Today we're gonna take a look at the TSPROF sharpening system. I love stickers. So the first look, I have to say, this is pretty cool. Fancy wooden box with handles. This is a pretty nice feature. We're professionals. But what's in the box? Sharpening stones for the system, a metal thingy, another metal thingy, whatever this cable is for, my favorite jelly, a G-clamp, 2 different knife clamps, the main part of the machine, a manual, and some small little tools and knobs and some screws. And the base plate that is glued to the bottom. Or is it screwed? Oh, correction, that is screwed to the bottom so it doesn't wobble around. Good idea.
So the Allen keys that come with the machine are the ones that are actually used to screw the thing to the bottom.
Yeah. Which is good, so they have the Allen keys, because when people don't have the tools at home, they need them and they already provide them.
So it's like IKEA.
And the super heavy base plate.
It does do the boing.
It does do the boing. So, now we try to assemble it without the instruction manual, just to see how intuitive it is. But what you already can see is like black plate on the black plate, and I guess these screws are to fix it down. And they fit perfectly. So second screw, so everything is in place, with an awesome turning wheel on the back, which also shows on my side over here. I think that's the degrees of sharpening angle, but since it's a fixed, we'll find that out later. But anyways, so you can see where it goes. Don't film that. Don't film that.
Did you give up?
Don't film that.
Did you give up?
No, I didn't.
You gave up.
No, I didn't. So, this piece belongs in here. So this thing is a parking limiter, so you can park it upright. Maybe to change out all the abrasive stones and stuff. So you slip them over here and fix them from the back, so you also can decide how wide or how small the fixture of this should be. So if you have a smaller blade, you put them together. If you have a bigger blade, you put them wider apart. And this small piece that comes in the box is the angle calibrating part. So you put it in here, put this thing down, so you usually tighten that, put the thing down and level it until it sits flat on this piece. And now you turn on the screen. Battery to be empty. And so we found out what the charging cable is for.
A few moments later.
So we successfully calibrated the piece to the 15 degrees that it should have. So every time we switch it on now and put it there, it's on the 15 degrees. So now that we successfully found out how we have to set up this thing, it is time to test it with our Amazon basic bullshit knife. But it's cutting right now, so I took a little bit more material off the edge, so we're about 0.2 mil thickness, because I want to test the very coarse stones that are delivered with this machine as well. So you fix the knife in here between those 2 clamps and tighten them with the Allen key. With the Allen key. Front and back. I would suggest personally I don't care about this one, but with beautiful knives like our knives or anything more special, to put tape around it so you don't scratch it. I mean, it's not aluminum, I guess it's stainless steel or something like this. Put some tape around it so you don't scratch up the blade. So the knife is now fixed, and I already prepared the most course, so the F150. I drive an F-150. And now we try to remove some material, but first we check if it's really still on that 15 degrees at the edge. 14.6, 14.8, and 14.6, so it holds the angle pretty nice. So we start now by adjusting the length so it doesn't go over the stone. Pretty easy to do that. Fix everything here. And I love the rough sound of diamond stones on a blade. It always sounds like you're on the belt grinder with a 36 belt and grind away. And by the looks of it, it already removes material really, really fast. What a cool feature of this thing is that we already found out, because it makes a nice boing sound, is you can turn the knife in the fixture without pulling it off, turning it around. So you just take here, both handles, and turn it around, and did you see that? Fixes itself. Pretty cool feature, to be honest. It's a pretty cool feature. So check if the second side is on the same angle. 14.9, 14.8, and 14.8. So 0.2 degrees. Second side. I like the handle on the back, so the little wooden knob on the back. It's nice to hold. You can just put your hand and put your palm around it. What we just found out is that when you put pressure on the tip, the whole thing starts to rotate a little bit. But then we saw here is a screw where you can tighten down this lever a little bit so it's not wobbling anymore. So good feature, good thinking, TSPROF. So we turn it around again. We already took off most of the material, but we still have to continue until it's on 0. So now we had a nice burr even on both sides. So we switch the stones again, which is pretty easy. It has a fast extract. So when the other stone is done, we're now switching to the finest stone because I want to see if this works out as well. If it doesn't, it's not TSPROF's fault, it's mine. So just put the stone in, put the clamp to you, and then just tighten the screw on the side, and the stone is in. Can you hear the difference already? Doesn't sound like a 30. It doesn't sound like a 36 grit anymore. Now you can hear that it's finer. And I love the acoustic feedback on stones like this. This is why I usually don't like diamond stones, but big props on this. Nice burr on both sides. Now, if you have seen the other sharpening videos that I did, I like to strop both sides a few times before I go to the leather. So we're already pre-breaking the burr. 1 and 1. So, fixed holder. This is actually pretty cool now that I'm used to it. Turn the knife around and then open up. The edge looks very nice and very fine. So stropping leather, where you can see our wonderful lighting setup in the background. Well, I'm stropping this one a couple of times on both sides. perfectly sharp. So of course the machine does its work, but we've tested it. It was actually super nice and easy. We took 0.2 mil off of the sides, took us maybe, with figuring out how it works, not even 10 minutes. And I think even for it doesn't matter if a beginner or a master sharpener, as some people call themselves, it's pretty easy to use. And actually, I think you don't need to, you don't need big brain to use this machine. But now we try the kitchen knife. Let's try my EDC because it really needs to sharpen. So I put the fixtures together for a smaller blade. Start again with the Ford TSPROF F150. The coarsest stone in the package. And my favorite car. V8 baby. And we want to change the angle, because this is outdoor knife. We like to sharpen them at 18 degrees. So open up the fixture here and turn it up until we reach 18. And then tighten the screw again. Now, sharpening. Okay, that is cool. It even has no problem with a tensor tip, which with other fixed sharpening devices is pretty hard to do. But on this one, gets it even. Big pro. So after grinding the material away with the F150, we now take a second step and try out the medium stones like this F400. Nice and sharp again. When you go all the steps with the stones, you nearly have a close to mirror polished finish on the edge, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't know diamond stones can do this. But now I have a sharp EDC again. We have a sharp budget kitchen knife from Amazon. It also will work on professional knives. We sadly don't have any knives right now that are needing sharpening. Otherwise I would try it on ours, because these are all sharp already. But we will for sure test this machine a little bit more and let you know in a future video. So what do I think about the TSPROF sharpening system now that I've used it? First of all, a little disclaimer, we got this machine to review from TSPROF for free, but they didn't pay us any money to talk good about the machine, so I can be honest and can say what things are good and what things are bad. So you get an honest review out of me. First of all, setting up the whole thing is pretty easy as soon as you figure out how this piece here is being put together. What I really like about this arm is you have, when you put it on full extension, you can sharpen the biggest Chinese cleavers with that thing. Also, it works pretty well with small knives. The only thing I saw while working on my EDC, that when you have the knife clamped in here, you're getting pretty close to this edge, so you maybe will touch it a couple of times when you have a super small blade, for example like a folding knife blade or my OTF or something like this. Otherwise, super system. What I really like is the built-in angle thingy. I really like this feature. It is great to have it on here so you can check on the go if you're not sure, hey, am I on the real angle, or did I do something wrong? Did I forget, like we did, to fix the screw back here so it started to jump up and down? Also, the wooden knob where you can hold it. It is a nice, even for my big ass hands, it is nice to hold, and it gives you a little bit of an easier feeling while sharpening. Because there's one of the things that I don't really like, but it's a personal thing. You are always pushing your hand against a sharp edge of a knife. Nothing did happen. Nothing did happen. I'm pretty sure nothing will happen as soon as you're not rushing or being stupid. But this is a kind of head thing. What's pushing your hand? It's like the first couple of times sharpening with a rolling sharpener from Hole, when you have the blade put up and roll it right next to it. Otherwise, I really like this machine a lot. The super fast changing of the sides of the knives is really nice. The little baboing sound it makes when you change it and when it gets into the fixing. The stones are pretty good. I'm not a big fan of diamond sharpening stones, as I already mentioned, but these ones actually are better than the ones that I've used before. My personal favorite is the F150, just because. And to achieve a mirror finished polish with diamond stones is actually a thing that I never thought it could even be. The base plate, super heavy. They put a G-clamp in the box to fix it down to a table. I didn't fix it down just because I wanted to know how much does it really wobble, or does it even slide away when you sharpen the knife. So it did work pretty fine. I have no complaints at all. Oh yeah, and I love the wooden box. It's got a little of like an ammo, like old ass ammo cans or ammo boxes like we have down there for SDG 58 and for the RPG rounds. I don't know. I like it. It's cool. It's good to transport. Even though it's big and it could be way smaller, but it's sturdy. It keeps the thing safe. The only thing that would be really cool if I don't have to disassemble the upper part to put the whole thing back in the box. One thing that I really don't like is these screws with the Allen key. Because as you've seen in the video, it happened like 5 or 6 times that I tried to fix something. The screws aren't deep enough, so it slips out, flies away, and it's a little annoying. I saw on their website that they have a new fast clipping system. I would love to try this one out, but they sent me this one. I can't complain. I got this machine for free. So it's a thing that's annoying, but it's not. This isn't a reason why I wouldn't personally buy it. So thanks everybody for watching this video of the TSPROF sharpening system. Hope to see you guys in next week's Halloween special. Will be cool. Looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Johannes is a very special man.